Hey guys, welcome back, and we have a ton to talk about. So, for starters, I'm sure you've seen the shorts or the Instagram reels, but I am in the running for the Fatman Nation 15 Minutes of Lame contest, and I'm going up against some great competition. We'll be putting out reels and shorts for the next month with the announcement of who won being on Christmas Day. Now the winner gets an appearance on the Snakes and the Fat Man podcast as the sole guest for, I believe, an hour. And also along with that this year now, you get a table at the Southeast Reptile Expo, which is Bob Vu of Bob's Balls show down in Atlanta. So the prize is pretty awesome. It would be awesome to get into that show. That is looking to be on the level of like an NARBC, to where it would be one of the premier shows in the nation. Guys, the 15 Minutes of Lame competition might seem like a silly competition, but I already mentioned what the prize is. And for those who don't win, you do see a potential for getting your brand out there and your business name out there. So some of the past participants who haven't even won were catapulted by this competition. If you look at the past winners, you've got Antoine Hood from High Desert Pythons, Shane Kelly from Small Town Exotics, Courtney and Steven from Leviathan Snakes, and then last year was Paul from Large Marge Morphs. And these are some of the best people we have in the business, in our hobby. So I do believe that it is an honor to be picked by these people who are people that I respect in the business. So please, I would be honored if you would vote for me. The voting you can do daily. Speaking of my competition, I hate to say anything good about them. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not going to run any smear campaigns here. But something I think could be helpful for everybody is these probe clips that are made by the Herp and Harbins. And they are pretty freaking awesome. So they make them for VE thermostats, Herpstats, and also for Freedom Breeder thermostat probes. And what you do essentially is, let me grab my VE probe here, and you can order them for metal racks or PVC racks. So they've got a nice little system, and Selena here is in the shot showing you what to do. So you take this probe here, and this one's a little dirty because it has the glue remnants of the previous tape, which you will no longer need with these. No more tape. So you take it, and there's a slit in the bottom here, and you just pop that in, and it sits in there real nice. And then built inside this are magnets. So if you have an ARS like the one behind me here, you just set it on your heat panel, which is metal, and it sticks. You never have to worry about it falling off, the tape getting unglued or whatever it may be. Now if you have a PVC rack, or PVC rack, I don't know why I said it like that, PVC rack like this here, this is an Animal Plastics. What you do, on their website you indicate that you want the PVC rack, and it will come with this little metal coin. And on the one side of the coin there's a 3M sticky pad. So you place the sticky pad on the PVC rack underneath the heat tape. Then the heat tape sits on top of the pin, or the coin looking thing, the metal piece, and then this sticks to it. So ingenious idea. I love it so far. I have yet to install them on my Animal Plastics rack. I just haven't had the time this week. But I've got them running on the two probes I have on my ARS here. And so far they're great. I love them. So check out the Herp and Harbin's website if you guys want to pick some of those up for yourself. I highly recommend them. And They are wonderful people. I met them at Tinley for the first time. Can't say enough good things about them. So give them a gander, but still make sure you vote for me in that 15 minutes of lame contest. Now on to some of the news. I've got Selena here, as I said, doing this video with me today. And I was cleaning her cage last night, and I looked in her lay box, and I had no intentions of her laying any eggs anytime soon. She had just recently laid 12 eggs that hatched about 3 months ago, and lo and behold, there's 9 eggs in her box. Let me show you guys these eggs here. I got them up above here, but they were in there for at least a few hours because I didn't even bother trying to get them apart, but some nice eggs you can see there. So 9 more eggs. And the only one she's ever been paired with is another KZN red house snake that is Het T positive albino. So we have more KZN reds coming, hopefully more albino KZN reds, which I also want to show you here in just a moment. So here's Mom. She is a beautiful snake, strong. And like I said before, these guys are closer related to cobras than they are colubrids. They're not really colubrids. I believe they're in the Lapid family. They are Lamprothis, I believe is the scientific name. And they are awesome. But Mom's KZN red. Dad is currently in shed, so I'm not going to bother him. But he is the redder of the two. But I do have a few albino babies to show you. So here's one, and this is the KZN red the KZN red T positive albino house snake. And these things are just gorgeous. I love them. So that's the KZN red T positive albino baby that just hatched out, I believe in October. So a little over a month ago. And these guys are all available up on MorphMarket. I think I got 15 babies currently. There's 4 more due in December to hatch. And then I've got another 9 now that you just saw that will hatch in January of the KZN red. Most of the ones I have up are the KZN red. And those ones are awesome because with every shed they get a little bit brighter and brighter reds in them. The normals are really cool too. You can see a nice pattern on them. Here is a non-KZN red. Let's see. And this one's in shed, of course. And it just ate, so it's got a nice lump in its belly. But that is a normal albino house snake without the KZN red. So pretty little thing. These are tiny. They're eating frozen pinky mice at the moment. I'm going to put that baby back. So this one, to give you kind of perspective, is one that also just ate 2 days ago. Look at that lump in the belly there. But this one is a T negative albino that hatched out in March. And I was planning on keeping him or her back. I believe it's a her. They just get that nice caramel color in them, as you can see. And I love the pattern they get, especially down the dorsal on their necks. And then their eye stripes, the little masks they have are really cool. So guys, so you're in the loop on all the videos we'll be doing for the 15 minutes of lame contest. Please subscribe to my Instagram, Facebook. We've even been putting some stuff up on TikTok lately. Here on YouTube, make sure you subscribe. And primarily you'll see myself in the competition on Instagram. Wanted to show you Lara the mom one more time, that KZN red. You can see that red in her. She's got a beautiful pattern too, nice face mask, but this is about as big as they'll get. They double clutch almost every time, it seems like, is what I've dealt with. And they produce eggs up to 3 times a year. is what I'm finding out. And they are just the coolest little snakes. You'll see Hardwired Exotics did an interview with Brian Cusco recently. He's got the one of the top three collections in the country. You got Garrett over at Reach Out Reptiles who's breeding them too, and they have some really cool morphs, and the localities are just amazing. The green ones, there's black, there's butter, which are yellow, the KZN reds, there's another red that is really, really cool. I suggest you guys check them out. We've got a bunch up on MorphMarket right now. I've got one that is up for auction. It is a normal that POS head, T negative, T positive, and a hypo. But cool little snakes. Even if you're not going to breed them, they are just neat. They act like little mini retics, or like a spotted python or a children's python or something. Really cool little animals. They eat awesome. Like when they wrap their prey and strike, it's cool to watch. They eat frozen thawed like nobody's business, and they are just cool little snakes. They're like a corn snake that acts like a python is the best way I can describe it. So check them out. Please, 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 you can vote daily in the 15 Minutes of Lame contest. I'd really appreciate it if you voted for me, and I will see you guys on the next video. Thank you.